Aloha, y'all. It is Wednesday, Woden's Day, named after Odin, Woden Wednesday. The 10th of September, it is a Mercury rule day. The Sun and Mercury are conjunct in Virgo. The Moon is in Aries. That Sun-Mercury conjunction is opposite the North Node. The Moon is conjunct Chiron, which is opposite Mars. Jupiter is squaring that Moon-Chiron conjunction, as is Pluto. Grand water trine between Jupiter, Black Moon Lilith, and the North Node. Pluto's sextiling Uranus. So, we've got a lot of energy going on. The cards I have pulled are the Knight of Pentacles in traditional tarot, but this is the Prince of Pentacles in this deck. The Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Divine Animal Oracle card, the wild card today is the Hyena, Fear. So, if you're a Pentacle, you're an Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, all y'all are Pentacles. And Earth signs are about material things, embodiment, right? Practicality. So the Knight of Pentacles is about action, energy, zeal, spontaneity in what? Material things, practical matters, embodied ways. So, on page 94, the Prince of Pentacles, I consistently create my empire, right? Very Sun and Mercury conjunct in Virgo, Moon in Aries. It's like I'm making moves, but I'm building towards a vision. This youthful Prince of Pentacles has the power and exacting combination of dynamic, forceful fire, Moon in Aries, epitomized by the wild adventurer, mixed with the trusted stability, solidity, and rootedness of Earth, Sun in Virgo. Exact energetic opposites to one another, these elements invite ongoing tension. He must work hard to balance and master them within himself as he heads out to discover and conquer the world. As a young prince, it is his duty to expand knowledge, resources, and boundaries while defending already acquired territory. The fiery part of his nature sees tremendous excitement and opportunity. He sees magic and alchemy as possible everywhere if he acts quickly, but he must marry this confidence and zest for life with the down-to-earth, pragmatic side of himself. If he's successful, he can accomplish a great deal. He's seen here sitting on the back of his horse, a beautiful, intricately engineered animatronic. This artful expression is an incredible beast, a force of nature combined with the ingenuity of the human being. The power of the horse, a universal symbol of freedom without restraint, when tamed, transformed people's mobility, freedom, and working lives. Its stance, poised like some great exhibit, symbolizes the transition between serfdom and the industrial age, the inanimate carrying the spirit of life. This appreciation of technological innovation is reminiscent of Prince Albert's vision to create the Great Exhibition in 1851. The first international exhibition of manufactured products was enormously influential in society's development, including art and design education, international trade, and relations. The profits of the exhibition went on to fund the renowned science, natural history, and Victoria and Albert museums, which continue to inspire admiration and ingenuity in the minds of young and old. The power of the pentacle is transmitted through the loudspeaker sound technology. First invented in the 1920s, it plays the sound of the Starman. The Prince of Pentacles suggests it would be prudent, Sun and Mercury conjunct in Virgo, to map out a strategy for the next phase of your life's adventure. The challenge is to discover practices that will keep your passion burning brightly and develop them with some form of patience. Focusing on tangible actions, time frames, and accounting for resources will take you masterfully towards your vision. So the Prince of Pentacles, the fiery part of Earth, mapping out your plan of the phases of your life's adventure, developing systems to keep your passion intact, developing patience, and enjoying the journey you are on. The clarifying card is the Five of Wands. If you're a fire sign, you're a wand. This is about the fire of spirit and action. Fives tend to be very challenging energies, halfway through the, ace through 10 through the suit. It's halfway point. Five of Wands on page 110. I am alert and sharp to all challenges and conflicts. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aries. Five of Wands, competitive nature, locked in a battle of wits, keeping a rigid structure and testing your ideas out. I think the idea today on this Woden's Day is to test our ideas out, but have like the inspiration to move us forward, while not just there's a fine balance between like having zeal and wanting to go get something and having ambition, versus being a tyrant or a war criminal or something, right? Where you're just going out and killing everything that moves that you don't agree with. So we have to find Mars and Libra, this balance of actualization of the self Venus in Leo, working in a practical way, Sun conjunct Mercury in Virgo, while having the fire to do so, right? Make it work for us. Moon in Aries, juggling a whole lot of energies. The animal we're getting is from the Divine Animal Oracles deck. She's been on my podcast, and the guy who made this deck has been on my podcast a few times. If you haven't seen the Team Rabbit Hole podcast, 321 episodes. I'll post the most recent one in the comments. Check it out. But this is number 38 in this deck. Where are you at? Hyena. Come on now. Yep, 38. Fear on page 149. Examine your fears, especially the fear of difference, of the unknown, and of death. There may be an abandonment of something, a belief, a person, a place. Remember that because something is strange, it doesn't mean that it cannot be beautiful or good. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, like North Node in Pisces. Weird things can be beautiful too, and good. Just might taste different. We all have a job to do. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aries. We all have our own genius. Be sure you have the correct information to have a truthful understanding. So the magic of the hyena, well, here we go. The magic of hyena is as follows. Hyena magic is complex and is a living tradition. The hyena is its own sacred deity, much like the coyote is in Native American tradition, although it is perhaps darker in nature. Hyenas are tricksters, boundary riders, and the bringers of mystery, and are important in funerary myths and rituals. They may be harbingers of death, but they also clear away what is no longer needed. In Nigerian traditions, hyena masks are worn to signal the end of a ritual, which reflects how hyenas clear up dead things, bones and all, and everything is finished. Some societies take this literally, with the Maasai of Africa leaving their dead out to be consumed by hyenas. If a corpse is rejected by the hyena pack, it means social and spiritual disgrace. For some, hyena magic also extends to the integration and balance of the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang here, life and death, the infinite or toroid dynamic. The Bambara people of Africa employ imagery of the hermaphrodite hyena to signify transformation of a neophyte into a fully initiated man, a powerful symbol of the unification of masculine and feminine, right? So we want to be making our moves, right, without tearing the heads off of everybody and seeing everything as an enemy. We don't want to give in to fear like Luke Skywalker's father, Anakin Skywalker. He turned to the dark side to become Darth Vader because he was afraid Padme was going to die, and he goes and kills a bunch of kids. Probably not the move. But we do want to, like Luke Skywalker, boldly go, mixing analogies here, that's Star Trek, boldly go out and see what the world has to offer. Find your father's lightsaber. Go help, Princess Leia. Find your mission. Make a plan. We don't want to just rage at the abyss. We don't want to be afraid of the abyss or life itself, either or, right? So I think with the Sun and Mercury conjunct in Virgo opposite the North Node in Pisces, we're trying to clarify our dream, cut out what doesn't work, cut out what hasn't worked, but also Moon in Aries is saying make actions. Venus in Leo is saying follow your heart. So we have to have fire that is honed in such a way that it shoots towards a target while not blowing ourselves or others up in this process. And, the yin yang of life and death, fear and acceptance and all these things is always going to be present. So how are you working with that energy? Hopefully this has made sense. If it has, leave a tip. Obviously check out the podcast I had mentioned in earlier. I'll post the most recent episode in the comments. An hour of cards is $50. An hour, 3 hours, of astrology is $150. If it's your birthday, it's half off on either or both of those. And if you refer somebody to me, you get an hour of cards for half off yourself. So check out the podcast, holler for a reading, leave a tip, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Enjoy your Woden's Day.